Kosher Wine Review, and today we have the, I never heard of it before. This is Soreka Special Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon 2011 from the Madmon Winery, and I asked the gentleman, I said, sounds Moroccan. He says, well, I'm half Moroccan, but the gentleman is Temani. This winery, according to the story I've heard behind it, is their goal is to make wines for what will be a third temple, a Beis HaMikdash, in the way of the old ways. And I have to tell you, a lot of the European wines people call the old world. But in reality, think of the words Chardonnay. Change the way it sounds a little bit, Chardonnay. Think about what we're saying, separate the words, look at it from a Hebrew perspective. May give you a little bit of a different thought on where wines come from and what the root of it really is. Remember, the Hebrews supplied the Romans with wine over 2,000 years ago. This wine again is from the Shomron, and it's a straight Cabernet varietal. They never mix anything else with it. American and French oak combined in a little bit of a smaller barrel. And my first thought on it was, the oak's not up front. Oh, and I tasted this wine for the first time about 30 minutes before this video. And I beg people to let their wines breathe, because when we first let this wine breathe, I'm going to let the person off the camera smell this for half a second, and I'm going to keep talking. If you let the wines breathe, you're going to experience an entirely different thing. Shimon Bar Yochai was in a cave for 10 years. When he came out, the story in the Zohar says he was burning things. Well, you know what? If you open a bottle of wine and you don't let it breathe, you might get something a little funky, a little bit fiery, a little alcohol-y, a little bit sour. But if you let the wine breathe, this wine, when you first smelled it, you smelled some dark fruit, and that was about it. There's no range, there's no herbs, no earth, no wood, no nothing. It was a closed wall. Now, soft peppers, beautiful dark fruit, maybe even a little bit of, dare I say, something a little sweet, but fruit sweet and not citrus. What I call, if you smell a piece of oak that is lightly charred, and a lot of richness, but it's not a power wine. Chaim v'bracha, to a good week, to a good year, and to having a temple where everyone could pray together as one, no matter where they come from, what their background is. And we celebrate together. I already said a bracha, so not cheating. Elegance, balance, and dry. It's interesting. It has a sweet tannin, but it's got a pretty good grip. Really like the finish. A lot of dark fruit. Again, that really subtle oak on the, it's almost like